Okay, welcome to our show this week. Today we are going to be talking about Justin Bieber, Hulk Hogan being a pervert, Chris Brown beating up another woman, and what is it, 5 ways to make people hate you?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a couple more on why people don't like me. So Josh, what did you do this weekend?
Not a whole lot besides work, but I helped my dad and my brother chop up a tree. That was kind of fun.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, and you work all the time, so did you have any have you had any like crazy people that you've taken pictures of lately?
Not really.
No.
Not that I can talk about. So what'd you do?
I got to serve a bunch of crazies. Yeah, and I love where I work at. Don't get me wrong, and I love serving, and I usually love the people. But sometimes I feel like this weekend there was just lots of really fake looking women, like who want to look like Barbie, but they're not Barbie. There's no reason that you should be 25 and look like you're 37. There was definitely a woman who, I don't know if it's her boyfriend or her dad, who she comes in with all the time, and he's really nice, but man, she is so obnoxious. So obnoxious. And obviously, I really do think it's her boyfriend, and she's obviously just with him for money. And oh my gosh. But the worst one was the one I had told you about earlier. Was this woman has so much Botox in her face, and she has these huge lips, and her hair is way blonder than mine is. It's like,
Is it white almost?
it was pretty much white, but her roots are, I mean, way darker than your hair color. And she comes in and she's obviously on some kind of drug. And if I can tell like you're on a drug or coming down from a drug, it's pretty bad, because I don't know much about drugs. And so I'm looking at her, and of course she sits, and I have to take this table, and so I go up and I get their drinks, and she can't really talk very well, and she was kind of stumbling when she was walking a little bit.
That's fun.
Yeah, and she was with a guy who I am guessing is her age, but she has so much Botox, she looks older. Yeah, she looks like she's about 37-ish, maybe older, but she's probably 25. And so she's with this guy who seemed okay. He didn't seem messed up. He didn't seem like he was on drugs, which I guess that's good. She had a designated driver.
Always safer that way, you know.
I guess. So I'm serving her, and I give them their receipt. She paid, so I give them their receipt back, and they quickly leave, which is usually a sign of a bad tip. Like if someone quickly leaves, then you know you're getting a bad tip. I walk up, and one credit card receipt is ripped up and put on the table, and then there's the book that I left. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I grab the ripped up receipt, because if they didn't leave me anything, I'm going to obviously use whatever they put on that one. So I grab the book too, and I see on the ripped up credit card receipt that she had given me a $50 tip. Their bill was $20. So she had written $50, and the total was $70. And I guess he had saw what she was doing. Like he had seen it. And so he, I guess, ripped it up, and because obviously it's a different signature on the ripped up receipt, which I put back together, and then the other receipt, and it's obviously trying to sign the same name, but not the same name at all. So, and he left me $5, it was only a $20 bill, so that's not a bad tip, but
50 would have been so much better.
way better. And so so the messed up girl is allowed to come back in with whenever she wants and leave me $50. So Justin Bieber was on tour in Ottawa, Canada, and he was playing with his family. There's a 3 and 4-year-old I think he was playing with. He was playing with some little kids. So they're running around, they're playing, and they're playing with Nerf guns. And a security woman, I guess, got hit with a Nerf gun, one of the Nerf rocket, she got
little
hit, the bullets.
those things.
Yeah, the Nerf bullet. And she got hit with it, and she has now decided to press charges against Justin. She said that he was the one who hit her, and so she's now pressing charges and suing him.
This is really almost as stupid as suing Subway for the short sub sandwiches.
Yeah. Well, no, they're fixing that.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they're fixing it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Subway's fixing their sandwiches that are too short. They are saying from now on, all around the world, no sandwich. They're going to try and make sure that it's, not that off, because it was so off so consistently. They're going to fix it.
The people spoke and they listened.
They did.
Congratulations.
But I don't think this whole Bieber thing is ridiculous. This was back in November, and we're just now hearing about it on the news and everything. So she needs to stop. I will take it up with you, lady. Quit picking on Bieber.
When you sign up to be a security guard and the worst thing that happens to you is you get shot with a Nerf gun, that's pathetic.
And then you're going to sue about it.
Yeah, you're going to sue a celebrity for something stupid like that. Go get another job, get a career, get a life. Grow up.
I'm thinking a new profession is
Yes.
definitely in the works right there.
Go work at Walmart. That's a safer environment for somebody who's going to sue somebody for getting shot with a Nerf gun.
In Walmart, you can pretty much sue someone every day.
You can do whatever you want. You can't get fired. And yeah, you can say whatever you want. You don't even have to be nice to customers at Walmart.
No.
I've never had a good experience going into Walmart.
No
So.
one does. No one does. Especially not where I live.
But basically, I don't understand how can you sue somebody when you really haven't got any physical damage?
She got hit with a Nerf gun.
Yeah, but I mean, would you get maybe a red spot on her skin somewhere? Or
I don't know. My question is, why wasn't she wearing a bulletproof vest? She knew people were playing with the Nerf guns around her.
Okay, something really important we have to talk about is Hulk Hogan.
Being a perv.
Yes, being a perv. So basically, Hulk Hogan tweeted a picture of his daughter with the caption, Brooke's legs.
Well, we're going to have to show you
Yes,
the picture.
we will post a picture of this because it's worth seeing for this. It just seems a little inappropriate for a father to be posting a picture of his daughter like that. Maybe I just grew up in a different culture or something, but...
Well, his daughter looks identical to his fiance or wife or whatever she is. So maybe he got confused.
And anyways, moving on. We know you'd love to hear about Hulk Hogan for another 30 minutes, but we've got a schedule.
But yeah, so okay. Rapper Timberland, who Josh isn't quite sure who he is, but that's okay.
He's just that guy.
Most of us know who he is. He's worked with Justin Timberlake before.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so he is actually filing a lawsuit with his insurance company over an incident that happened about 2 years ago. He is suing them because he had a watch that was stolen and they still haven't given him his insurance money. The watch was $1.8 million. Really?
First of all, who needs a watch that expensive? It tells time. I check my time on my phone. I don't even wear a watch.
$1.8 million is more than most African countries make in a year.
You could have just sold the watch, helped out a few people.
Or you didn't have
Started a charity.
But he didn't have to buy the watch to begin with, even. He didn't even have to go there. Buy a $50,000 watch and then use the rest for something else.
Or buy a house. Buy something useful.
I don't know. But then he tells Ryan Seacrest, though, he said, I get stuff stolen all the time.
I'm calling insurance fraud on this one.
And then his wife is worried about his safety, though, too. She was very concerned with his safety. But if you're wearing a $1.8 million watch, I would be concerned for your safety, too.
If you dress with, I don't know, if you shop at Walmart, no one's going to try to steal your clothes or your watches. So he's kind of asking for trouble.
Yeah. Josh never gets, anyone.
No one steals from me.
Yeah.
I don't wear a watch.
Yeah. Josh watches The Bachelor, just so everyone understands.
That, Honey Boo Boo, and Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
It's pretty awesome. The host of The Bachelor, Chris Harrison, whoever he is. But I didn't even know The Bachelor was still on. One of the most ridiculous reality shows ever. It's so stupid.
It needs to end.
Yeah, it's about, I just didn't know people still watched it. I didn't even know it was still on. I didn't know people still watched it. Or if you do, you're probably a single girl who has nothing else to do on whatever night of the week it comes on. And that's not good either. Go to the gym, do something else.
Go
with your
out,
time.
get a life, do something fun.
Yeah.
Get off the couch.
Well, okay, so this guy, Chris Harrison, he is going to design a clothing line. He's designing the clothing line because, quote, there's a huge market there for guys like me who aren't going to be wearing Ed Hardy stuff. Well, no one's going to be wearing Ed Hardy stuff unless they're on Jersey Shore, and I'm pretty sure that show ended.
It's over with.
So I don't know who he thinks he's... Maybe he still is back thinking of when they first started The Bachelor.
Yeah, back then.
Maybe people did wear Ed Hardy?
I mean, that's kind of like trying to bring back cassette tapes. We're over that.
All right, so now we're going to give you 5 ways you're accidentally making people hate you. This is from cracked.com, and they're actually pretty funny.
They're true too, I think.
Okay, so number 5 is it's not what you say, it's what you didn't say. So not saying hi to people in public. And Josh is really bad about this.
I do that all the time. I don't know, people think I'm a jerk because I just don't say anything.
Okay, the next one is accidentally asserting power over people. And I really want to ask, in what way are you asserting the power over people?
I'm kind of confused with that one.
Well,
I mean,
Josh doesn't get where I'm going with it, but okay, here's like an example. Talking about wasting money out at a bar and telling a story about it and like how much you spent, but you're telling it to someone who, you know, maybe just got their house repossessed and can't afford to even go out to a bar, kind of thing. That's they're subconsciously thinking that you're asserting power over them. Number 3 is they think you owe them. And I just want to say on this one, I don't owe you anything. Unless you're my
Nope.
parents or my grandparents, I don't owe you anything. So don't think that, because I don't think you owe me anything.
yeah, it's a really annoying when people do that, assuming that somehow you owe them something for nothing. I mean,
Yeah, and the example that they had given was like if you break up with someone and they say, like the person you've broken up with says, I can't believe you after all I've done for you. Well, obviously there's something wrong if I'm breaking up with you. So that's, you know what you can do for me? Just stop talking to me. That's probably what you can do.
yeah, we don't really care what you did in the past.
No.
It's over.
And number 2 is you've wasted their time.
Yeah,
Self-explanatory.
don't waste somebody's time.
That's pretty good. Number 1 is I do this a lot. And this is probably why a lot of people don't like me. You assumed that because you were okay with the situation, everybody else was. And this usually happens to me if I'm telling a story that's completely inappropriate.
She does that a lot.
Well, okay, I have a couple reasons why people probably hate me, though. The number 1 thing that I do that I know people don't like is I text them at like 7 in the morning. And I don't necessarily mean to do that. And I realize after I've sent the text, like, hey, not everyone's up at 7 in the morning. But I also usually wake up and then have a nap around like 10. So, and I know not many people get the luxury of doing that. But I know that has to annoy them. So if I text you at 7 in the morning, it's only because I love you, but you don't have to respond.
Okay, Chris Brown has been fighting with girls a lot lately, and this time, this girl, well, it's not really a girl, but...
No, it's Frank Ocean. But that's as close as you can get. And that's not okay, Chris Brown. Shame on you again.
It's basically like beating up a girl.
And I think I could take Chris Brown.
I think you could.
Yeah, I mean, it would take me and maybe a pair of high-heeled shoes like a couple pairs so I could throw them at him so we could be at a distance. I think I would win.
Well, he seems like he's more interested in beating up people he knows. Friends, girlfriends.
You know,
Yeah.
other famous people. Which, if you're going to beat someone up, you probably shouldn't beat someone up who is famous because they have money to get a lawyer to sue you and get you arrested.
Well, at least he doesn't have to worry about him getting back together with that guy. I mean,
that's true.
that's probably not going to happen.
That's true, but Frank Ocean better watch out because Rihanna might think that there's something going on because Chris Brown usually beats up people
He likes, that he's in love with.
So Frank Ocean better watch out for Rihanna because she's scrappy. I wouldn't want to get in a fight with her. I would be more scared of her than Chris Brown. So Frank Ocean, you better watch out. Rihanna's going to come and get you if you're hooking up with her boyfriend.
Just be careful. Watch out. So maybe we should say goodbye because we've taken up enough of your time for the week. So join us next week.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
We would love to hear back from you. So if you have any comments or anything like that, feel free to email us or tweet us. My Twitter is malpal1003. I only tweet cool things.
And I'm going to have to look up my Twitter account username, but I will post it on the video so you can follow me. I might occasionally tweet. You never know.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.